Now that you have a Chapter 1 packet in your hand, and for those of you that missed that, please grab a Chapter 1 packet off the top shelf of the area over next to the door that we did not use. It's on the left-hand side. As you look at the packets, you notice that there's a lot of information, a lot of words in them. As far as reading the packets, I need you to do the best to retain the information. Please pay close attention to words that are either bolded, italics, or specially formatted, such as in a table or a graph. I would like everybody at this point to please turn to page 12 in your book. When you look at page 12, it asks you start on step 1. Please remember that the books are older than the program, so they will have a couple different directions, but they shouldn't be too bad. You're always going to start with on anything, you're only going to do stuff on the computer when there are steps. For example, on page 12, it starts with project 1A, it says open Excel. Well, most of us at this point probably have Excel open. At the Excel worksheet number 2, it says at the Excel worksheet that displays, create the worksheet shown in figure 1.3. 1.3 is towards the bottom of the page. And then it'll tell you how to create that. So it's going to start by saying, completing the following steps. Press the enter key once to make sure A2 is the active cell. So I'm going to go over, and because I did mine on my own, A2 is now active. Active means that it has the thick border around it. It will ask you to type in something, and then it says tab. If you read everything to a T, it should be fairly easy. Everyone, please now go down to the last step before I let you go on your own. And actually, it's second to last. And notice how it asks you to save it. So you're going to go File, Save As, and we are going to navigate to our H drive. So make sure that we go over. There's our H drive. You should have a Microsoft Office folder, and it should have Excel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're going to type Excel lesson 1 underscore C1, chapter 1 underscore P1. So this tells us that this is from chapter 1 and it's project 1. So when we get done, you will save it as that, and then you'll move on to the next thing. So if it asks you to open something from the project files, understand those are in my share file. So let's take a look at how we get to those. So if we go to the quick access down here at the bottom, notice there are recent files right here. We want to stay away from those. We always want to navigate to our H drive, and the quickest way to do that is push this PC. And here you see mine. We are going to go to the share file today to find the templates if we need them. So share file, secure share, type the letter E. Everyone, please notice I am not going up in that box. Just type the letter E, and it will take you to E. Barrett. And we follow. We're in Microsoft Office, and we are in Excel. So these Excel things represent the chapters. So chapter 1, 2, 3. And after chapter 1, you will be getting all of your projects from in here. Chapter 1 has you create some. So the only two are project 2 and assessment 4. So if you glance ahead in your workbook, so let's turn ahead to page, I believe it is 18. Turn ahead to page 18. Notice step 1 says open this project. So you'll just start by opening it. It'll have you make the changes. Actually, it has you save it. So we go back to File, Save As. And remember, we are navigating to our H drive. Okay, Microsoft Office, Excel. I found mine in my quick ones, so I'll go there a little bit. So go Browse, H drive, Microsoft Office, Excel, and then we need to name it what the book says. Please do not leave these named the same way. If you do, we are going to have a really hard time understanding what project is what in the future. P2. Okay. There we go. We're going to make the changes to P2 and move on. In chapter 1, this specific chapter, one of the things that we have to understand is that in these packets, we have a couple rules. We do not print. That is very important because if you think about how many students are in here and if each person printed when it asked you to, understand that it would take a lot of paper. So we want to stay away from printing. The other thing is when it asks for help, you can skip over help questions. Specifically, I'll go back here, specifically chapter 1, project. So make sure that you guys skip over chapter 1, project 3 when it comes to that. Thank you.